And on Iran, sir, can you say what your threshold for military action is?
Well, I can't tell you what I'm going to do because right now, we have a tremendous force going there, just like we did in Venezuela, even bigger. And they'll be there soon, and I'd like to see a deal negotiated. I don't know that that's going to happen, but I mean, if I knew, I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't tell you. I'd be very foolish if I would tell you. But right now, we're talking to them. We're talking to Iran, and if we could work something out, that'd be great. And if we can't, probably bad things would happen.
When Iran erupted in protests and riots, Donald Trump promised help is on its way to the Iranian dissenters. The US military even positioned a massive naval armada within striking distance of Tehran's coast. But as Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff is set to meet Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi on Friday, US analysts have warned that Trump may face a credibility test if threats are not followed by action. Trump has drawn a red line by threatening action against Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, whose regime is accused of killing thousands of protesters in recent weeks. Iran accused foreign powers, including the US and Israel, of instigating the violence and arming rioters. Analysts say Trump's red line echoes Barack Obama's 2013 warning to Syria over its use of chemical weapons. The Democrat president chose diplomacy over military strikes, a decision critics claim weakened America's credibility and emboldened Washington's adversaries. Trump's envoys will meet Iranian officials to press for an end to Tehran's nuclear enrichment program, curbs on ballistic missiles, and a halt to support for proxy groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. Amid diplomatic efforts, tensions on the ground continue. Earlier this week, the US Central Command said that American forces shot down an Iranian drone as it aggressively approached the USS Abraham Lincoln while the aircraft carrier was operating in international waters in the Arabian Sea. Rich Goldberg, a former Trump National Security Council official, told Fox News that President's past statements of policy would force one to bet on the likelihood that military action is coming. The White House has said that Trump remained committed to always pursuing diplomacy first, but has a range of options on the table.
Given the recent news and what just happened, how much does this escalate tensions ahead of these critical talks that are happening with Witkoff?
Well, look, I just spoke with Special Envoy Witkoff, and these talks, as of right now, are still scheduled. President Trump is always wanting to pursue diplomacy first, but obviously it takes two to tango. You need a willing partner to achieve diplomacy, and that's something that Special Envoy Witkoff is intent on exploring and discussing. As always, though, of course, the president has a range of options on the table with respect to Iran as commander-in-chief. I think they learned that quite well last year with the strike in Operation Midnight Hammer, which was wildly successful and obliterated their nuclear capabilities. But those talks will continue later this week as far as we're concerned right now.
But Iran continues to flex its military muscle even as diplomatic efforts continue.
Deep beneath Iranian soil, the message is unmistakable. On Wednesday, Iran's top military commander stepped inside an underground missile base operated by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Cameras followed Major General Abdul Rahim Mousavi as he inspected rows of weapons carved into rock. And for the first time, Iranian state-linked footage revealed something new: a long-range Khorramshahr-4 missile, a heavy warhead system, displayed inside an underground facility. The Khorramshahr missile is more than hardware. It is history, symbolism, and warning rolled into one. Named after a city destroyed in the Iran-Iraq War, and also known as Khaybar, after a 7th century fortress, the missile blends ideology with deterrence. Unveiled in May 2023, The Karamshar 4 stands 13 meters tall and carries a reported range of 2,000 kilometers, enough to reach Israel and U.S. military bases across the Middle East. Iran claims it can deliver a massive 1,500-kilogram warhead, signaling a focus on destructive power rather than distance. Powered by liquid fuel with rapid acceleration and a maneuverable warhead, the missile is designed to challenge modern missile defenses. Tested since 2017 and reportedly used in strikes against Israel in 2024 and 2025, Karamshar 4 represents the sharp edge of Iran's missile doctrine, where technology, memory, and message converge. The images were meant to be broadcast tonight on Iranian state television. They never aired. Just hours later, state TV abruptly pulled the report, citing national security considerations.
I would like to inform you that a report regarding the unveiling of yet another of the IRGC's missile cities, which was scheduled to be broadcast tonight during the 8:30 and 9 p.m. news programs, will not be aired due to the strict observance of military and security considerations. But I must inform you that the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces, accompanied by the commander of the IRGC Aerospace Force, inspected the readiness of one of the strategic missile units belonging to the IRGC Aerospace Force. He stated, "Iran has significantly strengthened its deterrent power by upgrading its ballistic missiles across all technical dimensions." Major General Musavi, emphasizing our readiness to confront any action from the enemy, stated, "Following the 12-day war, we thoroughly revised our defensive doctrine and subsequently transformed it into an offensive doctrine, which is now based on a lightning-fast and sustained operational approach by adopting asymmetric and crushing military strategies."
The timing is impossible to ignore, because as the missiles went underground, diplomacy above ground began to unravel. Iran-U.S. nuclear talks scheduled for Friday are now collapsing. According to senior U.S. officials cited by Israeli and American media, Tehran backed away from previously reached understandings, demanding last-minute changes to both the location and the format of the talks. Washington said no. The meeting was supposed to take place in Istanbul, with regional countries observing. Iran wanted it moved to Oman. Iran wanted it bilateral. Iran wanted missiles off the table. The U.S. rejected the demands. This or nothing, one senior official told Axios. Iran chose nothing. Behind the scenes, the White House is recalculating. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and presidential advisor Jared Kushner are expected to travel to Qatar, not to meet Iran, but to consult regional partners before returning home. U.S. officials say patience is running out. If there is to be a deal, they insist it must be real.